Hey everybody, Jo here again. If you're not sure about the Lavinia Monthly Challenge, all the details are on the website. We have a challenge every month, and this month for February, the theme is Magical Meadow. Well, there are lots of meadow designs you can create, aren't there? But I thought for something a bit different, we do a bit of magical spotlighting. So spotlighting is just where we've got the whole design in black, and then we've actually spotlighted. What we used to do, or what you can do, is die cut a circle, cut a piece of black card and pop the circle back on, so it makes it more pronounced. But I just wanted to use our lovely pastel pencils and just make it look like it was more 3D, but it's beautiful and flat, this. It's just something I just think it's a bit fun to create. So I do hope you enter the challenge. It's great fun, and I'm hoping this video just sparks your imagination for some ideas for a magical meadow. Now, what type of magic will you go for? For this one, I'm starting with, I love the B7, and it is amazing, look, how much detail you can get. But I know so many of you have been in touch, and we do listen, and asked for smaller designs and some rectangular designs. So go through your stamps. Today, again, I've listened. I'm using a mixture of old and new, and I'm going to start with the group poppies. And all my stamping is being done in the Nocturne, the VersaFine Clay, if you remember, gives a lovely, lots of detail to your image, and it's a permanent ink. And I'm just going to put my main. I want this lovely poppy in my spotlight. And what I'm going to do now, I just have a damp cloth and a dry cloth. And I'm just going to give it a clean, because remember with your stamps, you can just change the side. And I just want to change it now, so it's facing the other way. So we'll do another one coming this way. And silly me, I should have done another one that way. So we'll just pop it back over that way. It's something you can do with your stamps. Just remember, don't sort of bend them too far, but you can bend them, and it just gives you, and I tend to release them once I've stamped, but it just gives you another way. The hardest thing I find is remembering which way to actually bend them. So now I'm going to use one of our new stamps, and this is the Glitter Pods, and I'm just going to come in with a couple of these. And I love the detail in these. And I've just cut the block there, so we'll give that. And I'm going to put one of these here. And then we'll get rid of that. And there's a smaller one, there's 3. So again, I want this one this way, so I just remember to sort of angle it the opposite way. And I'm thinking we'll have this one here. And then we'll have one more. And I think we'll have this one just over here. And then another new set, we've got shimmer pods. And I'm just going to add a couple of these. So again, as I put them on, look, I'm just angling them slightly. I just think it makes them look a little bit more natural. And I'm going to have one of those just in that corner here. And I tend to just give mine a bit of a wipe before I change the direction, just so I don't get as much ink on my fingers. I'm not good with ink on my fingers. But to be fair, if I get it on my fingers, what I'll end up doing is then getting it on my card where I don't want it. So that's the real reason I don't want ink on my fingers. Now, I think we could have one of those up there, Now, I don't want to overdo this. So I'm just going to have one more over here, because what I do want to bring in is on the lovely group poppies, we've got this lovely seed head. And I want to bring in a few of these, because again, you know what it's like, where you get meadows full of poppies, you do get a lot of the seed heads forming. So we'll have, like I say, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want it to look too fussy, but I do need another seed head. Maybe just slightly one there coming off the page. Then I do need one up here somewhere. And if you're not sure, just get your acetate and use your acetate look and have a little look and see where you think. So I'm thinking just one more in this area here, and then I'm going to stop with that. Don't want any more, don't want to overdo it, but I do want a little bit of light stamping. So I've gone for the field grass. We've got the orchard grass as well. And again, often in meadows, you get the lovely grass growing through, don't you? So we'll have, again, I don't want to overdo it, but what's lovely with the field grass and the meadow grass, you can stamp it off and then just use your second generation and just get the top bits and don't press too hard, and they look like they're wispy, they look like they're in the distance. So we'll just have another one there. And I like that shape. I'm not going to add any more now. I don't want to overdo that. And we'll give that a blot. Again, it's a slow drying ink, and for me, I just find it's good practice to blot it because I've got less chance of it smudging when I do the next little bit. And the next little bit is just to do this spotlighting. So you have options. You could leave it in the black and white. You could do a monochromatic design. You could colour the whole thing in, add lots of ink behind, or let's go for the spotlight. So the first thing, decide where I want it. And I'm going to go for that area there. Two colours in the elements, the blue atoll and the flying fig. And importantly for me, I've gone down to my number 3 brush. I just find the number 3 brush gives me more control with this. And I'm just going to come in. So with the moon mask, I'm using the lovely outy one, the one we don't normally use, but it's perfect for this. And I'm just going around the stamped design. And again, it's a nice gentle touch. Now, if you're a bit concerned with your ink and you're not sure how it's looking, what's great is to bring in another colour. So that's where the flying fig comes in. And again, it's amazing how you get used to doing things with one hand, isn't it? While this other hand just stays on here. I'm going to add more in this bottom part here because that's where I'm going to add my shade. But it's just nice to blend another colour. And also often the sky, it's not just one colour, is it? You know, I like bringing purples in. Pink would work really well for this. Pink elephant or confetti. And then before you remove that, so again, using that one hand, black fine liner pen. And all I'm going to do is go all the way round the design. And then lift that off. And give that a quick wipe, again, because it'll have some ink on and you don't want to pick it up next time and just... So it's just a damp cloth and then a dry cloth. And now we can add some colour. So I've got my Modulars pencils and I've got 132, 17, 170, 13 and 27. And my lovely kitchen roll to lean on. And I'm just going to do the stems of these lovely flowers in the green. And then really it's just choosing colours. So I've gone to bring those purpley tones out. We'll add some purple here. And as I say, if you make cards for friends and you want to do something a bit different and you've not done this before, it's just such a nice thing to do. But also it's a way of using your older stamps with your newer stamps. So when it comes to the poppy, I've gone for red. I could have gone blue for the Mechanopsis. I love the Mechanopsis poppies, but I thought red would just be a bit more striking. So I'm just using a darker red at the base and then just coming in. And obviously the Modulars pencils blend beautifully. And I'm going to stop there because what I can do is bring in gold pen, and it's the Signo. You know I use this a lot. And we've got this lovely area here, and I'm thinking a bit of gold just to, and remember, only colour what's in. Now, this is where you have to watch it, because sometimes I have been known to actually colour the whole thing and carry on and get carried away. So I have to be mindful and keep saying to myself, stop at the black edges. So we'll add a couple of lovely highlights. Again, just with our white Posca pen and just onto here. So again, I need to stop when I get to that edge. So it is being mindful. And then what I'm going to do is come in with that lovely pastel. And these are the pastel pencils. And my suggestion here is this is the area I want this to be the darker. So this is the black. And then to blend it, what I'm going to do is use my grey and actually come over that black and use the grey pencil to blend. Now I could use my finger, but I don't want it to blend too far. Because I'm only using a little bit of the pencil, I don't need a spray fixative. If I was doing the whole thing, I would come in with a spray fixative. But just for this small area, just smudging it is fine. And I just find now I've gone to the white now. So just to finish off, to carry on that, and I find for me it's the best way of getting that lovely, and I'm just going to blow that. I don't want to brush it. And as I say, I just want to keep that lovely smudged area to here. And I find using that grey pastel and then the white, for me, just gives me control. And I just think that looks lovely. It really makes it look like it's a dome. And then to help with that dome feature, I've got my mangaka, and I'm going to come in at the top and just add a little triangle, a couple of dots. Now that will need time to dry. So a couple of last little things, Stickles, glitter glue, because after all, we are going a magical meadow. And again, remember, I only want it. Now, mine's been naughty, it needs an umbunga. So this is just a hat pin. I think I must have some big bits of glitter in this one. So I always keep a hat pin. So I'm just going to have, and again, remember the glitter just inside that spotlight. I have to keep saying that to myself because I will forget and put it everywhere. So last little thing in the spotlight, just dry my fingers very carefully. Going to pop this back on. She says very carefully, holding my breath. Yellow sparkly Posca, just for some extra little magic, and I will do these right at the end because I don't want to smudge them. And I'm going over the whole design in the spotlight area. Now again, if you're not keen on your little splatters, leave this off. White ones would look nice. Now there's a thought, you could do a Christmas design for next year and do some spotlight cards. Right, very carefully, lift that up. If you've not done these before, I just think they're such fun to do. We'll give that a wipe. And then the very last thing, one of our lovely sentiment stickers, and I've gone for the white. You could use black or white. Love nature. I promised myself I wouldn't spend ages deliberating, you know what I'm like. So on the scissors, if I put it right under and I don't get it quite under, it'll annoy me. So I'm thinking I'll just go to the right a little. And it doesn't matter that I'm going over the design. And I'm just going to put a black line around that. But I don't want it to take away from the spotlight. I must admit I've got some of our little mini flutters cut out for another project. And I did think, you know, I could always add a little mini flutter in there. But I'm not going to because I've got those for another project. But that is just something else that you could do. You know what it's like? We start one project. I don't know about you, but my mind is going all the time. So I'm hoping you like that idea, that lovely spotlight. You could always do this in reverse, you know. I've never seen it done, but you could colour in everything here and leave that in black and white. Now that would be a nice twist, wouldn't it? Again, let's get those creative juices flowing. So don't forget, Magical Meadow, and please enter. I would love it if you'd win. If you could put on here at the end of the month, Joe, I've won £40. What would you buy? Maybe some of the new release stamps. If you haven't got them, what do you think? I think it's a winner. Right, I'm going to nip off now. I think it's brew time. So thanks as always for popping in. It's lovely to spend time with you. And I hope you have a go at this. And please enter the challenge. I will see you again soon. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.